Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's up? It's your host with the most entertaining people like you from coast to coast, Waveman Mike, and we're back for another video. Stay tuned. Now, in today's video, we're talking about another classic wave product that a lot of wavers still use to this day. A lot of people think it's one of the best beginner products out there, and others think that there are better products out there in 2026. Today, we're reviewing 360 Style Pomade. Now, if you've been in the wave game for a minute, you've probably already used this product or you've probably seen somebody use it before. But the real question is, does it still hold up in 2026? So today we're gonna break down what's inside of it, how to use it correctly. We're gonna compare it to some other products, all that good stuff. We're gonna see, is it actually worth using for your waves? Let's get into it. So first off, what even is 360 Style Pomade? 360 Style is basically a pomade made to lay down your hair while you're training your waves. It's known for having medium hold, but it has a smoother texture than something like Murray's. And honestly, that smoother texture is the reason why so many beginners like it. You can usually find it at the beauty supply store, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Target, or just like any online store. Pretty easy to find, usually pretty cheap. Price wise, it's usually affordable too. Usually around $4 to $7 depending on the size that you get and where you get it from. Now, something that makes this so popular is that it gives you pretty decent hold without being too stiff or hard to spread in. Because trust me, if you've ever used some of those other pomades out there, you know there's a lot of really thick products out there. 360 Style, on the other hand, feels a little bit softer in comparison. But just because it's smoother doesn't necessarily mean it's perfect. So let's break down the ingredients and see what this product is actually doing for your hair. The main ingredient in 360 Style is petrolatum. If you've seen some of my other product reviews, then you know that petrolatum is a sealing agent. It helps lock in moisture so your hair stays laid down during your brush sessions. But the important thing to remember is that petrolatum doesn't add moisture itself. So if your hair is already dry before you apply this, then you're basically just locking in that dryness. That's why moisturizing first is extremely important with products like this. Another ingredient you'll usually see is mineral oil. Mineral oil helps soften the texture a little bit while also adding shine to your waves. It also helps the pomade spread more evenly throughout your hair during brushing. Some versions of 360 Style also add conditioning ingredients, so that helps the product feel smoother and smell cleaner. The smell honestly reminds me of that clean classic barbershop scent. Not too strong, not overpowering, just clean. Now, compared to sporting waves, I personally think 360 Style feels a little bit lighter and creamier in the hair. Meanwhile, compared to Murray's, 360 Style is way easier to spread. Murray's is one of the heaviest wave greases out there. That's why a lot of people love it during long wolf sessions, especially if they have super coarse hair. But for beginners, Murray's can sometimes feel like too much. 360 Style gives you that hold while still being easier to manage. Now, some people also compare products like Shea Moisture Curl Enhancer Smoothie, but honestly that comparison is kind of apples to oranges. And here's why. Products like 360 Style, Murray's, and Sporting Waves, those are mainly designed for hold, for compression, for laying your hair down, for training your wave pattern. So they're really doing different jobs. That's actually why a lot of experienced wavers use both types of products in their wave routines. The moisturizer keeps the hair healthy and soft underneath. Then the pomade comes in to lay everything down and keep it compressed. Now, let's talk about how to actually use 360 Style correctly. First things first, do not overload your hair with this product. A lot of beginners think using more pomade automatically means better waves. That is not true. Too much product is just gonna make your hair feel greasy and lead to buildup. Start with a small amount. Get like a dime-sized amount. Then rub it in your hands until it softens up. Then lightly apply it across your hair. After that, brush immediately. Brushing after you apply the pomade is gonna help it distribute more evenly, and it's gonna train your wave pattern at the same time. Then throw on your do-rag for compression. That compression is gonna help lay your hair down, and because of that, your waves are gonna look clean. Now, if you're wolfing, 360 Style can definitely help during those longer sessions, especially around your crown or any of the weaker areas that start puffing up. But moderation still matters, because if you're using heavy products every single day without washing it out, buildup will happen. And speaking of buildup, let's talk about washing this stuff out. 360 Style isn't impossible to wash out, but because it contains petrolatum and oils, you need a good wash routine. A solid shampoo, especially a clarifying shampoo, is really gonna help break down this product. And depending on how much you use, you may need more than one wash session to wash everything out. That's another reason why I always say less is more. Now, let's go over the pros and cons. The pros: it has solid hold. It spreads easier than Murray's. It feels smoother than a lot of heavier greases. It gives your waves a good shine. It's beginner friendly. It works well during wolfing, and it's affordable and easy to find. The cons: it can cause buildup. It may feel greasy for some hair types. It doesn't deeply moisturize your hair by itself. And if you overuse it, your hair starts to feel weighed down. So now for the final verdict. Is 360 Style still good for waves in 2026? Honestly, yes. I think 360 Style is actually one of the better beginner-friendly middle ground wave products out there. It gives your hair enough hold to be laid down without feeling too heavy and greasy. Pretty smooth, pretty easy to manage. The key is just to make sure you're using moisturizer before, so make sure you have a good routine and don't overuse it. If you're looking for an all-natural, lightweight product, this probably isn't the one for you. But if you want hold, compression, shine, something classic that still gets the job done, this will work. Overall, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's affordable, it's dependable, it's beginner friendly, and if you use it correctly, it's effective. So now I'm gonna demonstrate for you guys. But like I said, before I use the pomade, I'm actually gonna use some moisturizer. This is why I went over the ingredient list. That way you know why you do certain things. The main ingredient was what? Petrolatum, meaning the ingredients for this product, the main purpose for them is to lock moisture in. So before putting this in, use moisturizer. How are you gonna lock in the moisturizer if you don't have moisturizer in your hair in the first place? Think of it like this: a cup full of water. If you tip it over, it spills, right? But if you put a lid on it and tip it over, hopefully it doesn't spill after that. So the lid is holding the water in. Well, what if you had an empty cup? You could still put a lid on it, but if you flip the cup over and the cup's empty, then, I mean, nothing was gonna spill in the first place. So the lid is pointless. You got me? I'm just trying to explain it in different ways so more people can understand. Okay, so let's take off the do-rag. I know, I need a haircut. Please do not roast me. And my do-rag was off to the side, so the line is right there, and it's not like perfectly centered. But besides that, look at the waves. I mean, I think the waves look pretty nice, right? Let me give you a 360 of my waves.
Yeah, it's true that I'm wavy. Brush my waves on the daily. Yeah, surf the seas like the Navy. Got the tide going crazy. Yeah, the best waves in the world. Make the brush go swirl. Seasick, my girl. Make you tell me do a twirl. My waves are tight and I do it right in this pattern, nice for sure. I brush my hair, so just beware. Tsunami's coming for you. They shine so bright in the morning light. These ripples sick with no cure.
Let's try it from this angle.
Like I never lose, so swim and go for a tour, yeah. Wave check, yeah, spinning like a whirlpool. Silk and smooth, yeah, shining when I come in. Ladies, y'all know how I should. Brush rag, spinning 360, stay tuned. Wave check, yeah, spinning like a whirlpool. Silk and smooth, yeah, shining when I come in. Ladies, y'all know how I should. Brush rag, spinning 360, stay tuned.
Okay, so first up, I'm gonna use some moisturizer like I mentioned already. I'm gonna get about this much, just enough to fit on your fingertip. Then you just rub it onto your hands. You don't have to rub it in too much. And then just rub it in your hair in the same direction that you brush. And this isn't a review about the moisturizer, so I'm probably just gonna do most of this off camera and then come back with the pomade. So now we have our pomade. This is what it looks like on the inside. I just took 2 little scoops. This is the consistency. If I shake it, this is what happens. Absolutely nothing. If I flip it upside down, it doesn't spill out or anything. It's pretty creamy. So let's take a scoop. Just a really small scoop. You can see enough to fit on my fingertip. Just put it on your hand, rub it in. And this actually rubbed right in. Just gonna get a little bit more and do the same thing. Much better. So now we can rub this on our waves or our hair. If you just have, I don't know why you would be using this if you don't have waves, but if you don't have waves and you are deciding to use this and you just decided to look up my review, first things first, make sure you like the video. But secondly, thank you. Because how did you end up here? I don't know. I'm getting off topic, but as you can see, my hair is actually changing a little bit with me rubbing it in. I think I put a little bit too much on this spot because my hair is shorter right here, but it's all right. All right, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and brush my hair now that I've put this pomade in it. So let's show you the right side first. Just do a little slow brush session. Just because I know you guys like to see it slow. Normally I wouldn't brush like this. Normally I'd be brushing at this pace right here. But you guys always see me brushing like this. I do this same brush rhythm and stroke every brush session, so I think I'm gonna slow it down a little bit for you guys. Which, when I brush like this, I'm not gonna lie, I usually, because I haven't done this in a long time, but when I do slow brushing, I usually just end up speeding up the video. So now that I think about it, I probably should just brush at my normal pace so that I don't do brush, it's like I can't speak today. Basically, I'm saying I'll brush slow for a little bit and then I'll just go back to brushing regular. Long story short. Look at the left side. Like I said a million times at the beginning, I already know I need a haircut. So I already know there's gonna be somebody who mentions it in the comment section. But not everybody needs to mention it, right? Hopefully not. Also, I messed up my last haircut. That's why around my lineup is so thin. Once that grows back in, I'll make sure I don't do that again. You gotta learn from your mistakes. Don't keep doing that lineup like that if it's gonna turn out like this, because honestly, I don't like the way it looks. I mean, my hair is thin regardless, but this is crazy thin. I mean, of course, if I had a shape up, it would, of course, make everything look different. Right now, everything is at different lengths, so it looks a lot more messy than it would if I had a haircut with everything even. Everything would look a lot more sharp and it would make a lot more visual sense as well. Bonus tip for anybody who's stuck around this long in the video: grab a Ziploc bag or any plastic bag, put your hand inside said bag and just rub it on your waves. This right here is called the plastic bag method. I'll make a video explaining it, but it'll take your waves to the next level. And doing it after applying something like a pomade, oh my goodness. Look at my waves. Look at them. Hold up, wait. Let me turn off my ring light right quick and see if that makes it better. It might make it worse. We'll see. Let's see. What do you guys think? Without the ring light on, do my waves look better? Or do they look harder to see? I know my bench is making some noise. I'm sitting on my workout bench right now. But look at the waves. Let's just go ahead and turn this back on. So let me know in the comments down below, have you ever used 360 Style? Did it help your wave progress? Did it cause buildup? And if this video helped you at all, make sure you go press the like button and subscribe right now. If they ask you who I am, I'm Waveman Mike, so subscribe, drop a comment, and don't forget to like. Enjoy your day.